Comic books are the sixth element of hip hop. What up, y'all? Sixth element of hip hop. I'm your host, Reno on the Waters, your co-host Stu Dog, and Raw Talk in the building. What's up, y'all?
What's happening?
What's going on? Raw Talk, man. I stand corrected. It was Star Trek 5.
5. The Undiscovered Country, right?
Undiscovered Country.
Nah, the final frontier.
Final Frontier.
Final
Frontier.
Undiscovered Country. Because when I was thinking about it when we was doing the thing, and I was like, wait a minute. 3 was the search for Spock. 4 was the voyage home. 5. It was 5. Because those movies, 2, 3, 4, and 5 all ran back to back. Like it was like one big movie cut up into like 4 movies.
Yeah.
And they were going to the center of the galaxy. There was there was like a partition that nobody could ever like figure out what it was, but Cybok figured it out. And it was actually holding a supreme being there that wasn't God, but he thought it was.
Yeah.
But he's I don't know. Cybok and Spock, that's a real interesting story talking about them too.
Yeah. Cybok has that ability. He's gifted to share experiences and stuff.
Well,
like
guys,
that.
I don't want to confuse new people that just popping in. Like, what the fuck are y'all talking about right now?
We were geeking out on Trek. It was geeking out on Trek right now. Let's get like this candle. Yeah, we geeking out on Trek.
Like this candle. Word is one, DC like Power Hour.
Yes, DC.
Superman, absolute Superman. Yes, it's a phenomenal time to be a DC fan right now, but especially next month, it's gonna be amazing. People are gonna really be glad to be DC fans. And right now I am too, because this is out. And we're gonna chop this bad boy up. This fucker here. Wow.
Nice.
Here it is, absolute soup. Nice. We've been talking about it. Yep, we've been anticipating it. We've been waiting for it. It is finally here. And along with that, a little bit of a gem right there. We picked up a couple of other gems today, and they got the cover of the new G.I. Joe.
Nice.
I really like that cover.
Yeah, I'm gonna surprise you with one.
I got the one with I got the one with the Cobra Commander. It's like I don't know. It's like you can pull it open, and then this cover's underneath.
Oh yeah.
It's got the battle armor Cobra Commander on the top.
Oh, what?
This is what volume 2, right? This is they just came out. I bought the volume 1.
Oh, this is G.I. Joe number 1.
Oh, this is the new one. This is all like Duke, Scarlet, Destro,
Energon. Energon Universe number 1. Yeah,
Energon one.
Yeah.
Let me show y'all. I got this one. My brother hooked me up. I got the reflector one.
The foil joint.
Yeah. Nice. The virgin foil. He blessed me with this.
Oh yeah. And then we got this we've been waiting on too. Let me hold on there you go.
Ooh, Absolute 2.
Batman 2, yes, sir.
I gotta go into my comic shop tomorrow.
Yeah, and that's
they just put out
fighting Alfred on the front.
They just put out Absolute Noir number 1. Absolute Batman Noir.
Oh wow.
Noir. Yeah. It's dope. The cover's dope. Whole comics in black and white.
This craziness, man. Craziness today, man. Got goodies. More G.I. Joe variant covers.
Sweet.
From 616, these dudes. I don't know if y'all know about them. They be having exclusive stuff. They do Whatnot, and they're on eBay, and they're on eBay as well, and they have their own website.
Yeah, seller. Yeah. Yep.
And you get some good deals, man, on these comics. You can get the put in your order, and they send it right. Like they don't play.
Nah.
Yeah.
Good business, good business. And then I love this cover right here. This is G.I. Joe 311. Fucking Tartan and the Thunder Machine.
Yeah, I gotta pick that up tomorrow.
Let me get the focus for y'all real quick.
That's the Larry Hama continuation.
Right. Yeah, this is not the Energon. There we go. There's Road Pig on his left. Baroness is there, but you got Buzzer. There's Zarana, of course, Xandar in the passenger seat. Thrasher driving. Looks like Zanzibar out the window with the joint. And then that's the Thunder Machine, of course.
And it's a Springfield cover.
Oh yes,
it's a Springfield cover.
Note the Springfield.
Yeah.
Then I grabbed the second and third of the new Wolverine title, which has been really cool. It's got a cool cover. And then that one there, and it says they're hunted by Department H.
Department H, Department Hydra, or something like that, right?
I think they're the ones that made the Gray Hulk or the Hulk Wolverine guy. Hulk with Wolverine claws, a whole deal like that. Shout out Slade and Corey in the building. Salute, guys.
Shout out Corey, Slade.
Sure.
Comic Crusaders.
Wepa! There he is. Salute Al Mega too.
Al Mega salute.
Yeah, Jersey was popping out in Cherry Hill, man. They had the G.I. Joe versus Transformers show. I picked up a whole ton of goodies.
Nice.
And I won a door prize.
Right. Nice.
Yeah, crazy.
And this is the new Ultimates. The Ultimates number 6. That's the new Hulk. And he's like, yeah, it's a really dope, great artwork. The art's phenomenal. As always, I really have loved the Ultimate Universe just in general. It's been really cool and has not let me down yet. Jonathan Hickman, headed it up. He's always does the best sci-fi shit that Marvel ever has is Hickman. And then this really great cover. Have not started reading Sentinels yet, but I'm really excited to. It's about some humanoid Sentinels. You can see that the big guy he's throwing some humans around. Those are Sentinels. Actually, they look like people. They're the size of humans. They're not giants. They've got whatever abilities. Like I said, I haven't read it yet, but looking super cool so far. I don't know who that is, but can't wait to find out. And that's all I picked up today. But we're gonna definitely get into this, and yes, and definitely peep it. What's going on? Yo, salute. What it do? Peep my eBay shop, selling everything, all being listed slowly. So the comics got to go, y'all. Check it out. Boom. Meg, have you read any of the Absolute comics yet? We're gonna get into them. The Batman 2, Superman 1. Batman 1 we know was super dope. Batman 2. Can't wait to read that. Like I said, just picked these up today. Superman 1. Flip through it so far, so I can give you guys a little bit. But before we do, next month is going to be the most exciting time for DC fans in years. That is a fact. In years, definitely at least 2 years. Because after 2 long years of waiting for good news, December will be an exceptionally exciting month for DC fans, right? DC's been put under significant strain in recent years, like its answer to the MCU, the DCEU struggled to keep pace with its rival cinematic franchise. While that's not to say, right, that the DCEU was not replete with, its big wins and its good points, but including, had great casting decisions, in my opinion, incredible action sequences, but had several losses with critical and financial underperformers, culminated in the franchise death knell that was Black Adam, after which it was announced that the DCEU would be coming to an end which we thought Black Adam was going to start this whole new franchise with Henry Cavill and Black Adam going at it, and it just sort of fizzled out. But fortunately, around this time 2 years ago, James Gunn and Peter Safran, the newly appointed co-CEOs of DC Studios, announced that the DC universe was going to be rebooted and retooled and just start from scratch. And while the exciting announcement was bittersweet following the revelation that Henry Cavill would not be playing Superman and his Justice League colleagues would also not be reprising their role, it spelled out a new dawn for the DC movies with the dependable James Gunn at the helm, and dependable because he's had a track record that you can't argue with. And after a year's reprieve since the last DCEU movie, this exciting new direction is finally going to be unveiled in December. So it's finally starting, guys. It's finally here. The DCU is here. Superman is the first live action movie to kick off the new DCU, which is slated for release on July 11th. But this will be 1 year after filming wrapped, suggesting that Gunn and his DC colleagues are keen for the DCU's flagship movie to be as polished as possible. A year in post is quite a lot. But since Superman was announced, early 2023 as Superman Legacy, fans have been, sort of drip fed images and information, which to sort of piece together what to expect, and sort of, kind of solve the puzzle that they're giving us. And, but yet, December will reportedly give DC fans a closer look than ever. December 9th, we'll be getting to see Superman. We'll see the, not the movie, but the trailer. According to a report by Collider, the first trailer for James Gunn's Superman is expected around mid-December sometime. So we're thinking the 9th. We're thinking around Super Bowl. Should be, start the hype train rolling as it comprises the first official look at the new direction being taken by the DCU. The first, look that's really given us like a real taste of what they're actually going to do, what the movie's going to be about, who's going to be in it, what the colors are going to look like, how the film's going to look, all that kind of stuff, that we've can only imagine right now. So all that's going to come to an end December when we see this trailer. The set photos do no justice. The first picture we saw of Superman's costume, it's irrelevant. None of that is how it's going to really look in the movie. So we really don't know. Stuff is so coated with CGI and post-production. We have no idea by looking at set photos what that movie's going to look like. So people making all these judgments, oh, well, I don't like the suit. It's like, bro, if you would have seen any of the costumes in any of the movies that you liked before you saw it in the movie, you would not like it. It doesn't look the same way when they put the CGI, accents in and all that shit. So all that stuff will be finally revealed. But not just that, right? Not just the trailer for Superman. Actually, the first actual movie, even though it's not live action, is going to be Creature Commandos, or not movie, sorry, TV show. Is it a TV show? Hold on.
Let me think. Anime, right?
It's a live action movie. No, sorry. Superman's live action movie. It's a animated fuck, is it a movie or a show? I can't think of it.
Yeah, it's a TV show.
It's a show, isn't it?
Yeah, series.
It's a series, right? Yeah. So December 5th is the first episode of the show. Okay. Oh, because I'm seeing like Creature Commandos coming out on December 5th. It's the first episode, obviously, but it's a team of superpowered criminals, right? It's kind of like Suicide Squad, Peacemaker, that kind of thing. Except and it's Amanda Waller, but this time they're going to be non-human, right? According to Waller, misfits, right? Like monsters, creatures, shit like that. And the premise, is familiar for James Gunn, right? It's already Suicide Squad, one of the DCEU's most acclaimed installments, which I think is a promising sign of its quality. But while Superman is going to be the first live action movie of the DCU, Creature Commandos will actually launch the franchise officially in an like certain animations that don't fall under the DC's Elseworlds banner will also be part of the DCU's mainline continuity. So they're literally telling part of the mainline story through animation, and they'll reference things in a later movie that are from animated movies and stuff like that. So it'll all be linked. The voice actors in the animated movies are the same actors that are going to be playing them in live action. And so you'll have like Frank Grillo's Rick Flag Senior and Viola Davis's Amanda Waller will be portraying their characters in the animated and the live action, because that's already been, those have already been announced. And anyone truly invested in the future of this reboot should probably consider catching Creature Commandos, because it is going to, precede and sort of set up things in the DCU. It's just like a one-off. Nothing in the DCU is going to be just some one-off side one-shot thing. It's actually going to be something that's setting up the whole deal. And me personally, like, I wasn't really that hyped for Creature Commandos from what I had seen so far. But now, after I'd seen the full teaser, man, I think it looks amazing. I think it looks good as hell. It doesn't look corny. It's definitely not for kids, right? It's definitely a hard R. Definitely. So I expect to dig it, man. The Superman movie, though, apparently they just sold 2 tickets on eBay to the movie, to the film's premiere. But you have and you get to see the movie with like James Gunn, and like, I don't know if it's James Gunn, but like you get to see the movie with like the cast, and like you go to the after party apparently like that. And so they what do you call it? They auction these tickets on eBay, and they sold for $20,000 2 tickets.
That's wow. That's wow.
That's the most expensive movie ticket in history. Yeah, 20.
Gotta be.
Listen, man, I want to see it, but I don't know if I want to $20,000 see it.
Word.
I guess because you get
I
to go
can
to the
wait.
after party and hang out with people that got more money than you. I guess that's
the whole deal of it, right?
Well,
I don't.
If you think about it, the people that got it for 20,000, they're part of it. It just wasn't invited. They probably got money. It just wasn't invited. You know what I mean?
Well, they got money. They paid $20,000. But yeah, it says, do you want to attend the premiere Superman movie and rub shoulders with the cast at the after party? Then quickly head to eBay and bid on our Homes for Our Troops 8th annual Veterans Day celebrity auction. One lucky winner bidder and a guest are invited to attend the new Superman film premiere, plus attend the after party, enjoy a star-studded premiere, and where you can expect appearances by film talent, filmmakers, and celebrity VIPs. Tickets generously donated by James Gunn. The winning bidder will receive 2 tickets to the Superman premiere, travel and accommodations not included. Update: the auction has concluded.
What? Tell me.
No, you gotta pay. You gotta get yourself there and pay for your own
and
hotel.
I gotta get myself there, and I just pay. Come on, man.
You pay $20,000 for the tickets to the movie. Period. Oh, and the VIP pass to go to the after party. Listen, if you're one of these people that's like a celebrity, you love celebrities, and you're all like, impressed by that kind of shit, and you love fame, and you want to be around the party and be around. Maybe that's worth it to you. You cough up $20,000, and now you get to live your dream and hang out with some Hollywood assholes if that's your bag. So, if you're a rich guy and that's what you want to do, yeah,
especially when was misleading the people.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not no hater or nothing, but I gotta have a lot of money to spend $20,000 on 2 tickets for a movie.
I gotta be a Billy. Yeah, I gotta be a Billy to spend 20 on that. I gotta be a Billy.
Yeah. And I gotta be able to write it off on my taxes. Something. I gotta be able to do something, bro. I can't.
Yeah.
If you're a Billy, you got motherfuckers doing all that for you. You know what I mean?
And 9 times out of 10, if you're a billionaire, you don't even need to pay for tickets. You're offered them firsthand.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. If I could afford these tickets, I wouldn't need to pay for them anyway, because I just call someone and be like, I'm coming to the fucking movie. Like
I mean,
like wasn't it Axelrod?
Like if you like, let's say you're a Mujahideen, and we know they got money. We know they got buku money. Matter of fact, they got what they call Arab money. If you got Arab money, then you could just be like, listen, I need a copy
Oil
of the
money.
film flown up here to my house. And I'm gonna watch it with my friends by the pool, and we'll send it back when we're done. Like that's
They saw the movie when
for Arab if you got Arab money, that's pocket change. $20,000, that's pocket change for you.
Yeah, they throw $20,000 away like we throw bags of chips. They don't care.
Yeah.
They
Sheeks,
were racing cars in the middle of England, drag racing.
Yeah. I seen one of them buy a car one time. He was at this exotic car lot, and the lady was, she was trying to sell it up, telling how much the car cost. And the man was like, well, first of all, he was like, everything's for sale, and there's no price too high. And he wanted to sit in the car, and she was like, well, you can't sit in the car. He was like, why not? If I'm going to buy it, I need to sit in it. He went and sat in the car. He took it had like a sticker on the window. He ripped the sticker off. He started the car up. He was like, you know what? And it was like different colors. He said, I'll take all three of them. He was like, but you're going to have to give me a deal. She was like, huh? He's like, yeah. He was like, well, I'm buying all three at the same time. She cut him a deal. Saved him like $10 million or something like that. I think for all three cars he bought like, they were exotic. I forget the price, but
they're
she
probably
saved him like
Bugattis.
10 mil,
Those things. 10,
yeah,
15,
she saved him like 10 mil. Because he wanted the reason why he bought all three cars, because he wanted all three colors. They were in like different colors, I think. One like orange, blue, and white. And he couldn't decide which one he wanted. So I just take all three because I like all three colors.
I want all. And I bet you he only drove them maybe 3 times each one.
I bet he ain't drive them all. He probably
give them to his nephews. Here for your birthday. Here, get out of my face. Straight up.
You're going to the prom. Take the Bugatti. Take the Bugatti.
Yeah. Why do you want
just
three,
don't
sir?
take the red one. Just don't take the red
nephews.
one. Yeah, don't take the red one.
Yeah, they need a regular car for the day.
Yeah, I need one to drive in the morning. Yeah, I need one to drive in the morning, one in the afternoon, and one in the evening. So I need 3. Yeah. I can't drive the same car.
That's what you
twice in a day.
Or he says Superman's suit don't need pads. It looks like it's padded. I think Norrin. I think the way that we're seeing the suit is it's pre CGI. It's nothing on. It's gonna look different in the movie. It really is. It's gonna look different. Because they always do. I mean, we've seen like Marvel suits before the movie. They don't look the same. They actually fucking CGI the suits. They put little CGI accents, make it look however the fuck they make it look, and make it look more official or whatever. But James Gunn's Superman promises to be one of the most, I think, accurate comic book movie events of the 2020s, and the upcoming trailer. It has a lot to answer for. It's got a lot to sell too. It has to really sell people that this movie's going to be good, that the whole DCU is going to be good, that James Gunn is the right guy, that David Corenswet is the right Clark Kent. Like, it's got to do a lot. So and slated to officially kick off the new cinematic universe. This movie, it's got a lot of heavy expectations to bear, needless to say. But the trailer, the release window for the first trailer, supposedly dropping sometime mid-December. We don't have an exact date, but a lot of people speculate, around the Super Bowl. That's one of the rumors. So a lot of things like that. But there's so much that remains to be proven about this movie that the first glimpse of the official footage, is going to finally reveal. So a lot of people, a lot of different websites and stuff are doing like, what we want to see out of the trailer and stuff like that. So I grabbed this one right here, and let's see what they think are the top 10 things this trailer needs to show us. And then we'll talk about what we think are the things this trailer that we want to see out of this joint right here. But they said, and this is to my man Norrin Rad right here. Number 10, David Corenswet Superman costume in action. We got to see it. Official images aren't enough to accurately gauge the suit's feel. Okay. It says one of the earliest official images to drop regarding Superman was the latest incarnation of a live-action Superman costume, as worn by actor David Cornsweet. The image shows Cornsweet sitting in a somber pose as Superman, adjusting the boots of his costume as some kind of large-scale battle. Crashing beams of energy loom in the background. Many fans were quick to criticize Superman's new look. You're not alone, Norin. Not impressed by the costume's bulky motorcycle jacket padding, Norin Rad said. Dramatically revamped S logo and the overall bagginess. That was my issue with it. I think it's kind of baggy, but I think it's going to change, like I said, once it's in action. It says the return of Superman's red trunks also wasn't very well received. Perhaps seeing David Cornsweet's costume in motion will help set the hesitant audiences on the new Superman suit, which may look better in action than as a static image. After all, Superman looks his best when the cape dramatically fluttering in the wind as he springs into action. With any luck, the trailer won't shy away from leading with a clean, clear footage of Superman flying around while clad in the new suit. I totally agree. I think that the trailer absolutely has to redeem the suit from that fucking image. Okay. Padding and the bagginess. The trailer has to redeem the suit. So I'm agreeing with that one. What do y'all think?
We gotta see. I mean, I personally feel I don't even want to anticipate. I just want to see the film. And then after that, then I can break everything down or what have you. Because doing it ahead of time and knowing James Gunn, you just can't anticipate what he got. You know, when you think it's one way, it's another way. So I just wait until the movie, man.
The trailer has a lot to live up to. It has to, like you said, man, it's gotta quell all that. You know, a lot of people want to see it, and a lot of people want to have faith in James Gunn, and not James Gunn per se, but David Cornsweet, this Superman movie, this DCU universe. And so this trailer is gonna have a lot on his shoulders, man. Here's their number 9, David Cornsweet and Rachel Brosnanon's chemistry as Clark Kent and Lois Lane. Their romance will be critical to Superman's success. Yeah, definitely. Lois Lane's definitely a big character, and they're gonna make her a big character. And so the chemistry between them, I think it's really important. I like it. For me, it's gonna bother me if we get one of these where she's just this, super duper like over the top character where she just kind of doesn't fuck with Clark and just kind of I don't know. I need to see chemistry. I don't want it to see like she's just this trying to be the star of the movie by herself type shit. Like I definitely gotta see that. But they said as exciting high-flying superhero action is, surface level thrills have never been the only thing that Superman made Superman movies and TV shows work. Historically, the best live action interpretations of Superman have nailed the chemistry between Clark and Lois. A foundational romance helps anchor the all-powerful hero into a relatable being. Most recently, Henry Cavill and Amy McAdams left a lot to be desired in that department, with their own Clark Kent and Lois never feeling like they had a believably strong bond. Hopefully David Cornsweet and Rachel Brosnanon will be a stronger on-screen match for each other that will help to form the emotional core of the film. Ideally, the trailer will be able to assure future DCU audiences that the franchise's tentpole film will be slacking in the romance department. Cornsweet, considering David Cornsweet's experience as a romance lead in films like Look Both Ways, expectations are high for his Clark Kent's heartthrob status. Well, I couldn't care less about his heartthrob status, but I didn't know he's in romantic films. Look Both Ways, haven't seen it or heard of it, but I think Superman always attracted the women fans, so it makes sense. Here you go, Stu Dog. How Crypto looks in live action. The scruffy Superdog needs to sell himself a little more. That's your boy right there, Crypto. He says another more controversial reveal about upcoming Superman official imagery was the soft launch of Crypto the Superdog. In a promotional image, does this dog have powers? Is that what?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Crypto has
absolutely.
Powers.
So Superman.
Oh wow! I wonder. Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
They're sitting on the moon. They're sitting on the moon watching the Earth.
Oh yeah, so they are. Yeah, look at the Swiss cheese moon. It says Corner sits on the moon, gazing back at the Earth, next to the first live-action version of Krypto, the super dog, Superman's pet dog with the same powers as him. Guys, if James Gunn gives us Krypto the super dog, and the dog has powers like Superman, then I'm happy. I'm happy with the I'm happy with it at that point because it's a comic book at that point.
Yeah,
it is.
It's really
That's what I need,
man. Yeah, we love Krypto, man. Krypto was always dope.
Look, James
and
Gunn
what makes him so dope is he's a dog.
Live in the flesh. You know what I'm saying?
That means he's not going to be taking it too. Sorry, go ahead.
I say if he did Rocket Raccoon, and you know how well that turned out, and the other movies with all the other animals, and come on.
Well, the thing is like Superman movies have always taken themselves way too seriously, in my opinion, and that's my biggest gripe with them. And you know their lack of other characters, and the way they take themselves too seriously and try to be too realistic. And clearly, that's not. This is going to be more like a comic book, and that's really cool. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't know the history of Krypto. Or that what Krypto represents. And Krypto was actually a dog that they had on Krypton, and they used they needed a test subject for the rocket that brought Superman to Earth. And Krypto was in the test rocket, but the rocket got lost or something like that. And then it finally made its way to Earth. And then that's how they reunited.
That's funny.
Yeah,
nice. That's a nice retcon right there.
Yo, I would rather see the origin of Krypto at this point.
They better include that shit.
I want to see that.
That's his origin. That's his origin. He actually was in a test rocket that got that I don't know. I guess the guidance system fouled up or whatever. And Jor-El, it was the family dog. It was a family dog. And then he came to Earth, and Superman got him, and they share the same powers. So he has the same abilities as Superman because he's from Krypton.
Wow, that's dope.
But for me, it symbolizes that James Gunn is letting us know that this universe of Superman is already established. Like we don't have to go through this. We don't have to go through this origin story. You're gonna see things, and they might flash back and be like, "Well, this is how this," but it'll progress it along. So that we don't have to sit through another origin story of Superman again, and we can just get on with some good old fashioned, adventure, Superman. Which is what Superman needs. Superman needs a movie, and as far as the symbol, that's the Kingdom Come symbol. So we don't know if they're going to reference a lot of things from the Kingdom Come universe or not. We don't know, but that's what that symbol is. That's how the Kingdom Come Superman symbol is drawn. So we'll see, and that's like the golden age of the heroes. Like that takes it back to I'm the hero, I'm the good guy, I'm the Boy Scout, I'm always going to do what's right in the face of danger. I'll prevail over evil, and if somebody's out there doing evil, I have a job to do something about it. That's what that symbolizes.
Yeah. And yes, and Nor he does usually have a cape.
He does have a cape. Yeah, he does.
You're right about that.
And a collar. Yeah, and a dope collar. Yeah, and
you can tell. You can see the collar. You can see the collar.
Al said he don't need capes. He got coke.
Krypto's a dog or coke.
But Krypto. So yeah, they said. Wait, hang on. Have you got? Okay, cool. All right. So what it says, to put it mildly, the movie incarnation of Krypto got something of a lukewarm reception, with many fans expressing disappointment that the first live-action version of the canine character didn't line up with this classical design. So, like Nora said, missing that cape. The upcoming trailer could charm frosty audiences on the new scrappy Krypto. Seeing him in motion could be adorable enough to overcome any qualms of the comic book inaccuracy, because he is here. He's see how he's like a scruffy, kind of scrappy mutt. He's actually supposed to be a Labrador retriever,
or is a golden retriever.
Well, it says that he's traditionally drawn as a purebred white Labrador retriever,
which is a golden.
A white lab is not a golden lab, is it?
No, a white lab.
A white lab?
No,
that's what it says.
No, white.
It says white Labrador. It says
white lab is a white lab. Yeah, white lab is a white lab. Yeah, because you got white and golden. The golden ones look golden, and the white ones are
Yeah,
white.
they're yellow. They're yellow. Yeah, they're
They're
yellow.
yellow. They're like a yellow color. Yeah.
Yeah, there's brown ones too. There's chocolate labs.
Yeah.
But anyway,
You're right.
but yeah, it says it'd also be interesting just to see how big a role Crypto plays in the story. Yes, whether he's a side character, curiosity, or just a steadfast presence throughout. You guys think that he'll just be like, oh, look at Crypto, or that's Crypto there, or do you think he's going to be like just always with him throughout the day? Like he'll probably be Clark Kent's pet. You think from the beginning? You just think he's there? What do you think?
I think Superman is going to get trapped and not be able to get out, and he's going to whistle. He's going to do the secret whistle, and Crypto is going to come flying in.
That's how we're going to be introduced to the dog.
Save him, yeah, and then fly back to the Fortress of Solitude.
Well, I hope
Superman's going to give him a super biscuit. He's going to give him a little super biscuit treat, and he's going to fly away. He's going to be like, "Thank God for Crypto," because that's what Crypto usually. That's what he usually does in the comics. He usually saves him when he can't get with something that he can't get out of, or or the Justice League can't get out. Crypto usually comes and saves the day.
He dealt with Darkseid.
What was you gonna say, Raw Talk?
No, I'm saying like I really want to see like the opening scene, not of anything Superman or anything. I want to see Crypto in the opening scene, just a glimpse of his story. Like, don't go into it and we see Crypto and then you bounce back to a flashback of him
of his origin.
Yeah, I just want to start off with Crypto. Like,
oh wow! Like the whole Superman movie just starts off with Crypto's origin. That's the beginning of the Superman movie. You mean?
Yeah, that'd be dope to me. Like because it'll bring people like, oh yeah, Crypto almost went through the same thing as Superman. Cool, and then it just flash up to the house or the apartment where Clark is, or what have you, or the farm, either one. And you see
that'd be interesting.
Crypto playing.
That would be an interesting.
Throws the frisbee, Crypto flies off to catch it.
Yeah, that's some James Gunn shit to do too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's some James Gunn shit to do, because, like you said, it would be like a clever, funny parallel. Like, yeah, we're not gonna do the Superman origin story again, but like here's the same origin story, but it's with Crypto. That's a funny. I like that. That'd be interesting. Yeah. Number 7. They want an official look at Nathan Fillion's Green Lantern costume. Expectations are high for the first live-action Guy Gardner. Man, that's a big ask. I think that's a big ask. It would be great, and I do hope that we do get to see other characters throughout the trailer. Revealing too much though is a lot to ask though, but maybe, and hell yeah, like I can't wait to see this character.
Well, Guy Gardner is one of the most famous, believe it or not.
Oh yeah,
popular than Hal Jordan. And people love his character. They love his demeanor. And being is that a lot of people want to be like Guy Gardner, seeing him on screen, acting out the way Guy Gardner is huge for a lot of people, man. It's like us getting to see Wolverine. Yeah, it's like us getting to see Wolverine in the original costume doing a whole movie. Like that's how high the bar that is.
I hope so. Because that's a cool costume too. It says Superman won't be the only DC hero appearing in his own self-titled film, which I think is the best thing about it going on right now. Eddie Gathegi's Mr. Terrific has already been shown off on set photos, presenting a stunningly accurate depiction of the tech genius hero pulled straight from the pages of a comic. However, one of DC's goofiest hero designs also sits among the cast as Superman. And it is one of the goofiest designs. He has this really ridiculous orange bowl cut. It's out of this world. Like, I couldn't believe when I was like, really, you gonna do and expect that to be like embraced by people, like fans? He's always had it. That bowl, that silly ass bowl cut.
Whatever honestly, that writer said,
but look,
tell you like this, it made him famous.
He doesn't have the bowl cut here in this middle picture, and I'm gonna be pissed if they go with that iteration, because Nathan Fillion is too scared and too pussy to do the goddamn real bowl cut. I want a mushroom. He better have shaved bald around the sides, dog. I'm talking about a zero fade around the sides. Yeah, with a whole.
Remember,
he's Irish, right?
You gotta remember Guy.
Mm-hmm.
Guy Gardner,
something like that. He's Irish or Scottish.
Scottish.
He's Scottish. He's Scottish.
Yeah,
But you gotta remember, Guy Gardner is also. You ever meet somebody that just don't care, but to him, everything he does is the bomb. So he wears a bowl cut because he thinks it looks good on him. He doesn't care what anybody else thinks. That's just how Guy Gardner is, man.
He's just like Peacemaker, a dickhead, basically.
Pretty much,
He
yeah.
just
pretty
has
much,
more
No,
responsibility.
he is. Really? No, you're right about it. He is. He really is. Guy Gardner is a d-hole. He really is. They don't like him. His methods as being a Green Lantern are very extreme. So
he's one of those cop type. Wow.
Whereas in Hal Jordan or John Stewart won't kill somebody or take it to the extreme, Guy Gardner will take it there. They'd be like, man, look, let's just snuff this joke out and get on our way. They'd be like, yo, you can't just do that. They'd be like, the hell we can't. And sometimes they'll have to stop him from.
He's like the bad lieutenant.
Oh, word! He's like an anti-hero.
You know what? He's like Bullock. He's like Bullock on the GCPD. That's the best. That's the best way I can describe him if you've never read the comic. He's like Bullock. He's willing to do whatever it takes, and he's just a d-hole about it.
I don't know who that is,
but he's a good cop. Though. Who Bullock?
Yeah, I don't know.
Bullock, the cop. Bullock, the cop, the guy with the trench coat, the hat, heavyset guy.
What?
He was Detective Bullock.
What movies he in?
All of them. Every movie. He was in every movie, every comic.
He's in every one.
Batman.
There was a version of Detective Bullock in every movie.
No, I know Batman.
Just about every Batman movie we ever seen.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah. Detective Bullock.
And he was a dickhead, but he didn't like Batman, but he
maybe I never caught his name.
Him.
He was like a side character.
Didn't like Batman, but he didn't like Batman, but he respected him. Yeah. But he also wasn't opposed to taking him down. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if they was like, look, we need you to take down a Batman, Bullock would be the first one to step up and be like, let's do this.
Yeah.
Like Bullock. And he was also he was under investigation at one point for corruption, but he never was corrupt. And it was Batman.
Oh, Harvey.
That proved. Yeah, Harvey Bullock.
Harvey Bullock.
I
thought, you
said,
what you saying Bullock? I didn't care. Yeah, I know Harvey. Yeah, Harvey Bullock. Yeah, that's and this is the show Gotham. That's the dude right there. That was a cool show. That was and I think that was the biggest role Harvey ever had was that show right there. Because he's in the other movies, but like it's always a very small role. But yeah, there is. Yeah, but I mean, Guy Gardner definitely anticipated, character, but I think it's a big ask to get a full-on reveal of the Green Lantern as well in the Superman trailer. But that being said, it's been such a long wait, and they've starved us so long and been teasing us with this thing so long that they kind of owe us a little something. If you're gonna tease us so early, before the movie's coming out, then you got to give us something, man, or we're gonna lose interest.
Nah.
Yeah. Plus one other thing, Guy Gardner is when y'all were asking his nationality, he's a human hybrid. He's not all human. So
what is he?
He's a human. It's like I think it's called a Voldarian or Volcarian or something like that. Hybrid. So he's not all human.
It says, known as a cocky, obnoxious, bristly hero, Guy Gardner is very unique as far as appearances go, rocking the sleeveless green and white motorcycle jacket in lieu of the standard green bodysuit. Famously, Guy Gardner is known to wear his ginger hair in a hilarious high bowl cut that makes him stand out anywhere. It's hard to resist the anticipation of seeing just how faithful to the comics James Gunn will go for this particularly goofy character design, and how the hair will look in motion atop Nathan Fillion's talented head.
He's just like what you call it in Guardians. He's just like
Rocket.
Star-Lord.
He's like Star-Lord.
Oh, but Star-Lord's not. Star-Lord's not cocky though. Well, I guess he's cocky. He's cocky.
Half human, but he's also half human. Yeah, he's also half human.
He's half human too.
But but Guy Gardner is more of like an asshole than Star-Lord.
Yeah, Guy Gardner's cocky.
Star-Lord is cocky.
When I say
Yeah.
cocky, I mean like Star-Lord's cocky, like he's real super. He's confident, he's conceited, but Guy Gardner's more arrogant, like as an asshole in an asshole way. Yeah, yeah, I mean, definitely Star-Lord's definitely cocky, but I think Guy Gardner's more arrogant. He's more of a anti-hero guy. I don't know, but that's yeah, you're right. It's definitely a good.
Well, he
'cause
was
they're
a
both half human.
he was an anti-hero for a minute because remember he was a yellow. He turned into a Yellow Lantern for a good minute, and people really loved him when he was a Yellow Lantern. I mean, yeah, he became a Yellow Lantern. People really loved him.
Like what?
Now they also all right. So number 6, they also want a good look at Nicholas Holt's performance as Lex Luthor. Not just how he looks; they want to see his performance in the trailer. Guys, you're asking for a lot here. A Superman movie is only as good as its villain. Yeah, I think we'll maybe see the guy, but I don't think we're gonna get a whole lot as far as performances, guys. Remember, it's a trailer. But anyway, while speculating on the film's heroes is all well and good, any Superman movies relies on a dastardly villain to stay entertaining. Nicholas Hoult was announced as Lex Luthor for Superman long ago, shaving his head for the role to ensure a faithful portrayal. Hoult is no stranger to comic book movie roles, playing a younger version of Beast in the X-Men prequel series, and has sported a bald head before as Nux in Mad Max Fury Road. And there's still shockingly little known about exactly how exactly Holt will play Lex Luthor, and his appearance is one of the most eagerly anticipated aspects of the Superman trailer, considering the painful disappointment of Jesse Eisenberg's most recent live-action take on the famous mastermind villain. I was not a fan, by the way, but the bar is quite low going into Superman, but Holt certainly has a potential to exceed expectations. It'll be interesting to see how Holt ranks amongst all the other live-action Lex Luthor performances. I think one of the best ones is from one of those TV shows. I think Smallville is one of the most beloved like Lex Luthors.
Oh yeah, he is. He's one of the best. He's one of the best.
Gene Hackman is always going to be my favorite.
Oh yeah. That's cemented. He's cemented.
Yeah, that's my.
He's the art. He's the one everybody tries to emulate at different points.
But you know, funny, like Lex Luthor looks like fucking like Telly Savalas. You know, Gene Hackman doesn't look anything like Lex Luthor, but he played that character. Like
he did it. Remember, he doesn't look like it, but he was wearing a wig. He had a complex about it. Oh, the wig, like you know what I mean in the movies. Right. Remember, he had that one part where you see him, boy, and you put on that. I was like, hold on, I'm mixed up here with him. Yep. Yeah.
Again.
Tessmacher.
Tessmacher, yo. Can't wait to see the yeah, she's gonna be in it too. Like everybody's gonna be. And man, the fact that Crypto the dog is gonna be in it with powers, I think tells us everything we need to know about this movie. In my opinion,
I think we're gonna have a fun Superman movie, and we're back to having fun.
Yeah, Superman. Yeah, like it's gonna be like a comic. I can't wait. Number 5, an official look at Millie Alcock Supergirl and Isabella Merced's Hawkgirl. Okay, so they just want to see all the characters just fully revealed in the trailer. You know, like keep your expectations realistic, guys. Like, you know, I think we'll get to see a couple of these characters, but to get to see all of them, I don't even want to. Honestly.
You know, I don't even want to see the trailers. I'm gonna stay away
right
at least a week.
Right.
When they say it's coming out, I'm not watching none of it.
Yeah. I mean, because of the show, I'll have to watch it. We'll have to break it down and all that. But
I mean, I'll let y'all break it down, then and blind myself to it because I don't want. Right. I just, you know what? I just want to go to the theater one time with my boys, sit down and watch a real cool superhero flick,
right,
and have fun,
and just see it for the first time.
Yeah,
type shit.
Because you haven't done that for so how long? You know what I mean? It's like we need to get back to that, man. Too much information is overload.
Right.
At this point, you know what I mean? And then you go into I seen this in the trailer. Why isn't this in the I seen this in the trailer, but it's not here now? Like fuck all that. Man.
And don't forget the trailer breakdowns and all that. Don't forget all that too. People sit and watch the trailer at half speed and
right. Fucking analyzing every single Easter egg, every single thing, and breaking it all down. That's something that we didn't have before the internet. Before the internet, we just had to catch the trailer and then try to remember what we saw and
before
talk about it at
YouTube.
work. Yeah,
Before YouTube,
Before
we didn't
YouTube,
have that because that's
right.
when they started doing it.
The only time you would catch the trailer is either a week before the movie, or 2 weeks before the movie, or you caught
In the
it.
theater.
Yeah, in the theater.
In the theater, yeah.
Yeah.
If you caught it months,
if
if you caught it months before the movie came out, you saw it in the theater.
Go
If you
back
caught it weeks
further.
before the movie came out, you saw it on TV. Yeah.
Go back further.
Because
when we had
remember, I
VHS.
remember when Star Wars,
Yep,
and when
VHS.
Star Wars the Phantom, and when the Phantom Menace came out, there were people that paid for a movie ticket, went in the theater, watched the trailer, and walked out the movie.
Yeah, they just wanted to see the trailer.
Yeah, they just wanted to see the trailer for Phantom Menace. That's all they wanted to see. They paid
Yeah.
for a movie ticket just to see
I mean,
the
yeah,
Phantom
that's
Menace trailer.
that's Star Wars. That's Star Wars. That's 10 years. People been waiting, decades for the Star Wars to come back out. That was an epic. That was a legendary moment. Unfortunately, it was Jar Jar
Yeah.
Binks and fucking what's his name, but little kid. But yeah, Millie Alcock though. She's brand new, hasn't done a lot. I'm already a big fan. She killed it in House of the Dragon, and I can't wait to see her as Supergirl. Isabella Merced, I don't, I maybe recognize her. I don't know much about her. She'll be Hawkgirl. So Mr. Terrific and Guy Gardner aren't the only notable heroes that will be staring the screen with Superman in his self-titled movie. A couple of famous DC heroines are also slated to join the roster of the film. Millie Alcock is Supergirl, Isabella Merced is Hawkgirl. While Supergirl got a movie interpretation relatively recently in the last year's The Flash, played by Sasha Cale, Superman will mark the first time that Hawkgirl has ever gotten a live-action feature, though her avian partner Hawkman appeared in Black Adam. We saw that. It was a decent portrayal. Supergirl's had a movie before back in the 80s, but the Supergirl, the Supergirl from the Flash is obviously that's the DC EU. This is a great example of the difference between the universes. Yeah, the DC EU characters are just not the same characters that are going to be in this version, in this universe. A chance to glimpse both these heroes in live action will be one of the most exciting prospects of the upcoming Superman trailer. I mean, yeah, it's a good prospect. It's a lot to ask for. Number 4, how much screen presence the other heroes will have. Hopefully Superman's story won't be drowned out with other heroes. I don't think his story is going to be drowned out with other heroes. I'm more concerned that the other heroes are going to get enough screen time, to be honest, but I don't think that's going to be revealed in the trailer. Like we're not going to learn that from the trailer in any way. Like, how would you know who's going to have more screen time in the movie based on the trailer? You're not going to know that you could, as we know, trailers could be completely fucking different than what you see in the movie. So that's not going to help. But what are they saying? What is it? With all the excitement and anticipation added by the presence of so many other unique DC heroes, it's important to remember that James Gunn's upcoming film will be a Superman story through and through. In the past, the DC EU seemed perhaps too eager to stuff multiple characters into single films, with Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, The Flash, and Black Adam all being overstuffed with unwieldy casts of superheroes outside their titular lineups. James Gunn will have to ensure that Superman himself stays as the film's focus. Well, I'll just say James Gunn knows how to do an ensemble fucking character movie. That's been proven, right? Guardians of the Galaxy, right? Suicide Squad, Peacemaker. I mean, it's what he does. So I'm not worried. The trailer should have better insight into just how often these secondary heroes will appear, whether they're one-off cameos or enduring sidekicks for the entire runtime. In either case, James Gunn has proven to be quite adept at navigating large superhero casts, as proven by the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy and Suicide Squad. I spoke too soon. If there's one director that adequately balanced the stacked roster, it's him. Okay, 3. How the tone will differ from the DC EU. Yeah. James Gunn will promise a brighter, more hopeful Superman. That I think we already know. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
This Superman is going to be a much brighter, you know, happy-go-lucky, more traditional Superman than anything we saw in the DCU. DCU is very dark and just dark for the sake of being dark, and
because it was dark because of Darkseid. Remember, it was the coming of Darkseid. You know,
man, you talking to somebody who loved the fuck out of all that shit. I love the dark shit. I love Man of Steel, bro. It's my favorite Superman movie. I'll keep it a buck. Hands down. I'm not a Superman fan. That's why I like Man of Steel. So if I was a Superman fan, I would not feel that way.
It was great.
Yeah,
I mean,
Man of
they
Steel was
all
good. You can't take that from
in their own right.
That being said, hey, Spade, biggest Superman fan I know, is damn near boycotting the DCU just because he's pissed about Cavill being he loved Cavill's portrayal so much, and he's a Superman fanatic. So
I think Hornswoggle or whatever his name is, Hornswoggle, right?
Hornsweat?
Hornsweat.
Yeah, Hornswoggle.
Hornswoggle.
Swashbuckler.
Yeah, but I think he's gonna pull it off. He got he looks like Cavill, and he has that aura of Christopher Reeve. He's channeling both
100%.
worlds, the dark and the light. He's gonna balance it. That's why Gunn chose him, because he wants that innocence of a Christopher Reeve Superman. Because remember, Christopher Reeve Superman, he was on Earth, but he was still learning the ways of man.
Right.
Where the newer Superman, he knows the ways of man. So he was dealing on the dark parts of man. So I think, I mean, you know, it's all speculation because we don't know what the hell Gunn's going to do. But at the same time, I mean, I say just look forward to a great movie, enjoy it, have fun with it, man.
Yeah,
that's all. Have fun with it, man, because everything is too damn serious now. So it's just like, these movies are built for escapism, not bringing reality into it. I want to keep my fantasy, period. I don't want no reality in that motherfucker. I want to be zoned out, like,
it's a comic book. Yeah,
I want to be on. I don't want to hear nothing about nothing political. I don't want none of that. Just give me the comic book, and I'm happy. Like,
word.
Then I can leave the theater, and then all right, that was great. Now I got to deal with reality.
Facts.
You know,
absolutely. I agree, Slade. To keep it a buck, I really wanted a Black Adam movie, and I was just totally let down. I wanted to like that movie so bad that I tried to make myself like it, but I couldn't watch it a second time. Like, it was just that bad. But anyway, a look at Skylar Gazando's Jimmy Olsen. So this kid right here is playing Jimmy Olsen. That's a perfect casting. That's casting gold right there. I don't, care about Jimmy Olsen, but that's a perfect casting right there. As a great, say again.
He looks like a Jimmy Olsen. Just if I seen him on the street, that's Jimmy Olsen.
And the way he acts too, like his whole demeanor and everything, everything. Like, it's a very good casting. And
you got to have a Jimmy Olsen in the movie because Jimmy Olsen is part of Superman's universe. He's part of Superman's everyday life. He ever had a comic? My Pal Superman.
Yep, and Jimmy
Olsen. Yeah, starred Jimmy Olsen. So it's Jimmy Olsen has to be there, and Lois Lane has to be there. They're the two humans that have to be in a Superman movie, because you can't have a movie without them. You can, but
it's a good. It makes it more. It makes it more of a rich, metropolis.
Sends it back to his roots. Sends it back to his comic roots.
The Daily Planet. And fully fleshing out the Daily Planet, giving all the characters, it just makes it a more rich environment that feels more, like it's real.
Yeah, that's his emotional human interactions. Those characters. Yeah. Besides saving humans, basically they're the ones he can go to on indirectly to get certain information and stuff like that.
And he's a character that you can care about, that can be put in dangerous situations, that has to be saved, all that kind of shit, and he's just a good human supporting. He's
Superman gave him a watch. that he would
Yep.
turn it and it would make this
signal.
it would make a sound that only Superman can hear.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
wow,
would
yeah.
draw
It was low. It was the pitch under the dog whistle. It was under the dog. It was like that pitch.
Dogs can't even hear it.
Yeah, dogs can hear it, but only he can hear it. Yeah.
Yeah. And this is the number one. And man, I don't see this is not gonna happen, first of all. But
really,
Ultraman is like, yes, one of my favorite characters because
he's
the whole
the boss of bosses.
It's the whole Justice League as the mafia is just too dope for me. I can't stand it. An official look at Ultraman and more information about the movie villain, Superman's Dark Reflection, might finally get an official statement because, and I bet I know what they're gonna say. One of the most poorly kept secrets surrounding Superman is the all but confirmed appearance as Ultraman as a major villain alongside Lex Luthor. Beyond rumors and unconfirmed leaks, set photos of Superman have surfaced featuring a costumed character arresting Superman that very well could be Ultraman. Hopefully, the first trailer for the film can finally confirm or deny the evil Superman clone's appearance in the upcoming film. Not to be confused with the legendary tokusatsu character of the same name. Ultraman in the big kaiju guy. Ultraman in the DC Comics is a parallel universe version of Superman who runs an evil version of the Justice League called the Crime Syndicate, wherein guys they have a version of the Flash and the Batman and the Green Lantern, but they're all like it's like set up like a mafia, and Ultraman's like the Godfather, and it's got this crime family vibe and everything like that. But it says, however, rumors have it that Superman's Ultraman will actually be a creation of Lex Luthor, sent to combat Superman on his level. Right.
Which make it Bizarro. Yeah, make it Bizarro.
Right.
First of all, for all you fans,
look what it says. It said it's even been suggested that Ultraman will devolve into Bizarro over the course of the film. A possibility. The trailer, Superman trailer.
That's not gonna happen. First of all, Ultraman's from Earth 3. Let's just go where it goes. There are different Earths in the DC universe. Ultraman is from Earth 3. Crime Syndicate is from Earth 3, where the heroes are villains and the villains were heroes. And that's just what we got. Bizarro is from Earth 1. He's from Earth Prime. He's from not Prime, but he's from Earth 1. So that's our Earth. That's the Earth that we live on. His alter ego is Clark Kent, just like Superman's is Clark Kent. And he, like Reno said, he runs the crime family. He is the boss of bosses. He's beaten everybody in every way that you could think of on Earth to become that boss, to do what he does, to be nice. And he's not. I think he's allergic to green kryptonite. Makes him stronger. I know that.
Blue kryptonite makes him weak.
I think it's blue kryptonite is what weakens him. But here's the thing: he snorts green kryptonite like cocaine. So that goes to show you.
Yeah, he be going Scarface on the kryptonite.
Yeah, he goes score. Yeah, he does it like Scarface. He snorts it.
And there's Superman, and here's your Mafia, and there's your Batman is Owlman.
Yeah, the Owl.
Batman.
That used to confuse me with the Owlman from the Watchmen.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because then you got Supergirl is Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
That's Wonder Woman. And then you got Power Ring is Green Lantern.
Green Lantern, yes.
And Flash is Quick something.
Quick. It wasn't Quick, so it was Quick something. Quick.
I'm under the impression James Gunn's going to give a real expanded DCU that goes beyond DC's most well-known characters. That is true, Critic Chris. Salute, peace, Critic Chris. Welcome to the show. And yes, I believe you are correct. That is true. It's going to be a expanded universe with all of these characters that, just like the Guardians of the Galaxy, are characters we don't really, know too well. Suicide Squad are characters we may not know too well. And that is, did I say? Yeah, Night Owl and exactly, and Batman v Superman. Yeah. but yeah, man. That would be amazing if he's even in the movie for me, because like I said, I like that cool mafia vibe that they had in the comic. But it the kind of the thing that doesn't excite me though is like I feel like if they do put him in the movie and he is somehow a creation of Lex Luthor, then it's not gonna have anything to do with the Earth 3 mob boss Superman. So I wouldn't give a shit. So who knows? Maybe if we go to Earth 3 and he comes from Earth 3 and we talk about Earth 3, I'm down. If Lex Luthor makes him in a test tube, that's not Ultraman.
That'd be Superboy, right?
Right. Or not. Yeah.
Not Superboy, but what's the other one?
What was that movie? What was that dude in the Superman movie?
He wears the T-shirt, the black T-shirt with the S on it. That's the combined. That's
Superboy.
Who's the dude with the gold lightning bolt and the black suit and the gold lightning bolt and looked like Bon Jovi?
Oh, that was from Superman 4 or 5.
4. 4.
His name was Eradicator. They called him Eradicator or something like that.
No.
He had something to do with nuclear shit.
Nuclear Man or something. Yeah, Nuclear Man.
Remember he
Nuclear Man.
Let us know in the chat. Y'all know who I'm talking about. The guy with the black and gold from the Superman 5 movie.
Because he had the big N on his chest with the star, with the sun. Nuclear Man or some shit.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's something like that.
It was Nuclear Man. It was Nuclear Man. It was Nuclear Man. Yeah. It was Nuclear Man. Because you had a bunch of that was Superman 4, The Quest for Peace.
Yeah.
That was Quest for Peace 4, that's right.
Yeah, Superman 4, yeah. That was a super funny movie.
Yeah, he only rises when he's hit with the sun rays and stuff. When it gets dark, my man had to chill.
Word, there is right there, Nuclear Man. That's wild.
Yeah, Nuclear Man. Yeah. Cool. My man scratched. He was a bitch though. He scratched Superman and Superman.
Word.
Superman got sick.
Yeah, he gave him fever.
COVID. He gave him COVID. He gave him
He gave. Look at his
suit was messed up.
Yeah,
look at his suit.
Word. Look at his suit.
Bitch suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. They gonna scratch.
Oh, stupid.
You gonna scratch. Really?
Looking like Rod Stewart. Shit.
Right. You gonna scratch him and stuff, man.
You gonna scratch?
Look at him right there.
You gonna pull somebody's hair and shit.
You know what I'm saying? Nuclear Man gonna take that ancient style and everything.
Nuclear vibes.
Word. Oh, I didn't mean to say he was gay. I meant to say he was lame. I didn't mean to call him gay. I didn't mean to say gay. All right. I didn't mean
Nuclear
Man. Yeah, but Ultraman, whatever. These are the 10 reasons they think, or the 10 things they think that the trailer owes us, that we need to see, that the trailer should give us. For me, I just think the trailer should tell us, the vibe of it. I want to know the vibe of this universe. I want it to remind me of a comic book. I want to feel that comic vibe. I want to see, is it going to be, how's it going to look? Is it going to look, more gritty? Or is it going to look more real? Is it just going to look super normal? Is it going to look mad comic booky? Is it going to look like hella animated? Is it going to be like bright and pastel? Like how are they going to do it? Like, I want to know. And I think the trailer is going to finally answer that question.
Yeah.
As far as seeing certain costumes and certain characters, that's all going to be a bonus. I'm not going to expect any of that. And honestly, I kind of hope they don't give us too much, because I do have to break the trailer down for this show. And honestly, I don't want to know.
All I want the trailer to be, if there's a trailer, is all of a sudden you hear, and then you see the ass. That's it. That's it. Do that. I'm happy. Just show the ass.
The S, and that's it. Oh, motherfuckers! People will be pissed. People will
Yeah,
Man, you
but
might have it'll be a riot. It'll be a
It'll be a
riot in this
riot.
country. It'll
People
be a
will be
riot,
pissed.
man. Somebody would fire a rocket at James Gunn's studio.
Word.
Man.
It
Yo,
would go down.
that'd be the most dopest shit you would ever do.
I agree. I
That,
agree. But the public would not.
because the
The
public-
masses
Nah.
of morons would be pissed off. They don't
Yeah,
get the
'cause they
nuances
used to
of
stuff, man.
exactly. They want shit
they
to
used
be
to be a
spoon
sport.
fed. They want to be fed the answers and all of that. It's cool, whatever.
And then they go into
they
the
want-
theater watch
they
the movie.
want-
I seen
they
that.
want
I seen
instant
that.
grati-
Nah.
Yeah, you know they gotta have instant. Everybody's got instant gratification now. It's just what it is.
Yeah,
Yep.
man. Yeah, just go. Just the music and the S. I'm happy. I'm like, oh, it's coming. Cool. Word. That S look crazy.
Word.
I'm good.
You know what I'm noticing from the crypto the dog picture. I'm noticing that crypto is kind of looking at Superman. Superman's leaning towards crypto, and crypto has his ear
Yeah,
up,
he
like
looks-
raised up. So I think they're talking, and I think that this is telling us that crypto and Superman are going to be able to talk to each other.
Yeah, they have a mental bond too.
Right.
Well, James Gunn said that in an article I read. He said that Crypto's not going to be able to talk in this movie. He's not going to be a talking dog.
Right.
He might be able to
Thank
communicate
God.
with Superman somehow, but he said he's definitely not going to be the talking, like a talking
Yeah, I
dog
don't-
flying around and
Him
talking.
to physically be talking. Let's please not do that. Yeah. Let's not.
Yeah. James Gunn
well-
said that's not going to happen.
What the way I interpret that photo with the ear is maybe Superman is telling Crypto.
He can hear. Yeah, he can
Yeah,
understand.
he's like,
He ain't
listen
gonna
to
be
them,
talking.
Crypto. He's probably like, listen to them, Crypto. Listen to the
Word.
people we have to protect.
Word.
And Crypto is listening to all the people on Earth. Because remember, Superman could do that too. He listens to every damn thing.
Everything.
Right.
You know,
yeah.
he has to concentrate to shut the world off. You know what I'm saying? Because he can
Yeah.
hear everything. So
Right.
that's
Well,
what
remember
he's probably
in,
teaching Crypto to single out certain things instead of listen to everything. Single out certain things. So I think that's probably an interpretation right there.
Well, remember in the trailer for Superman Returns,
Mhm.
that's what he was doing. Remember, he was sitting there listening to everything happen. He was just floating in the
Yep.
upper stratosphere, and he was just listening. And then his eyes opened up because he heard something or danger, and then he flew straight down. He
Yep.
flew towards the sound. So maybe that's what they're doing. They're just up there just listening, but not looking cool like he was in Superman Returns.
Right.
He's just looking real cool with Marlon Brando speaking in the background. That had to be the coolest Superman trailer ever.
Come on.
Mm.
Come on.
Oh,
man.
there was two nuclear men. The first was more like Bizarro, and the second is that movie. Yeah, that bullshit.
Yeah.
Radioactive Man. That's from The Simpsons. I
Yes,
would love to
Radioactive
see.
Man.
Yeah, that's just dope. Slade said, "I'm gonna dress up
Yeah,
as Nick
Radioactive
Fury."
Man was better
Ah!
than you.
Slade will be
Yeah. So he said he gonna be Nuclear Man for Halloween.
you gonna get the Rod Stewart wig.
Yeah, he gonna yeah. And
The
get a
Rod
tan. He
Stewart
gonna get
wig.
a suntan. He gonna get a tan.
The high in the
Get
back.
orange.
And then he gotta go.
Yeah.
So
Get
this
them
is
long
Sunday.
get them long Nuclear Man fingernails, scratching people. as they
Word,
walk.
the
Word.
silver
Got
joints,
them
or
motherfuckers.
the gold metallic joints,
Yeah.
running up in Comic Con, scratching motherfuckers.
Metropolis looks as it does in Superman the animated series. That would be cool. That would be really cool. Loved how Pa Kent helped Clark focus using his super hearing on Smallville. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
There you go.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. And raw talk, what you were saying about Hornswoggle, Stu, you got to go to work already?
Yeah, I gotta get out of here, man.
Ah, damn, man.
I got to break off. Man. I got to break
You
off.
can't never chill, man.
I don't know. I'm gonna take a Saturday off. One of these Saturdays.
You got to
I'm
take
off.
one of these Saturdays off,
January.
man.
I'm gonna take one of these Saturdays off in January. We just gonna kick it. We gonna
Word.
kick it till we get tired, man.
Word.
All right, but I gotta go. I gotta
Do
roll.
a
I'll
New
catch y'all
Year's
later.
Eve marathon.
All right, be safe, broski.
Hey, that'll work. All right, peace.
All right, one.
Easy. Indeed. Yeah, see that S look hardcore right there.
That's the S.
All he needs
Yep.
is that coming into the picture, like it's dark, and then all of a sudden, and then it opens up, and then you see the S.
The screen's
Boom.
just red, and it just zooms out and just backs up. As it backs up, the S comes and reveals in the view, and then that shit just goes black and turns off.
Yes, that'll
Oh,
be perfect.
Lord.
I'd be like, yo, that's the dopest.
Motherfuckers will lose their mind,
Yeah.
dog. But this is so what you were saying earlier, Superman. Why David Hornswoggle's Clark Kent look is perfect. So they're saying that blah, blah, blah. It says James Gunn's Superman will not be an origin story. Clark Kent's hair is crucial for disguise, and Superman movie should show more of Clark Kent's double life.
Yes.
And then they say Clark Kent ego, blah blah blah, da da da. Unlike other superheroes in the DC universe, the true identity. So they're talking about yes, he's got Clark Kent. Okay, Corn Sweat's hair for Clark Kent is perfect. So it says once fans get okay, never mind. On the top of changing his behavior and posture, the hair being up, curly, and in his face will play into the disguise. And if his glasses happen to fall off, the last person any onlookers will think of is Superman, which is important for Clark. He's an investigative journalist who has an interview. Some people had comes into contact with the Superman. See, in the older movies, like all he ever had was glasses. Like they didn't change his hair too much and all of that. Like him having the shaggy hair and all that as Clark is more of a disguise. It's a little bit more believable. At least it's not just. I put on glasses. Now you can't recognize me as the most famous face on the planet.
Yeah. Well, he had the glasses, but remember his curl, the S in his curl was always laid to the side. As Clark. You know what I'm saying? It was laid to the side. So as soon as he hit Superman, that curl came up in the front.
Right. That's all
S curl. The original S curl.
Yeah, word. And then that just changed everything.
Word.
But
yeah,
he does fit the look, like you were saying.
Yeah. Even just seeing that the pictures and different pics and stuff, it's like, all right, man, that's all you really need, man. Just give people the pictures, do that one thing with the S on as the trailer, and you good. People losing interest. I don't think people lose interest because as soon as you hear that song, man, goosebumps will hit you and you'll be like, damn, I can't wait.
Yeah. But like they've been teasing us for so long that the average person, not you or me, or real film buffs and stuff, but the average schmo, they have an attention span that's 6 minutes long. Like they'll lose interest if you don't show them something. And that's why I think it's a mistake to tell these, big 10-year plans of, the next 10 movies that are going to come out over the next, 6 years. It's like, don't stop doing that, man. Like, I get that it builds hype and people want to know that stuff. And it's hard to keep it a secret if that's being planned and they do kind of have to plan it. So it's kind of hard to keep it under wraps. But I think talking too much about it is a mistake. Too early.
Remember back in the day, we had Fangoria and Starlog. If we wanted some information, that's what we went to. Those type of magazines to get some insider scoop or what have you, if we really wanted it, or just to see some cool shit.
Right.
We need to get back to that because people been spoiled, and I think it's time to stop the spoiled shit because that's what's ruining everything, man.
Yeah.
Like, stop that shit, man. Just wait. You can be patient. Find something else to do. Build a fucking gingerbread house or some shit. Do something. Paint a mural or something. God damn it. You don't need to know everything about what's coming out.
Yeah, man. Like it. Yeah, like I said, man. It's too much too soon. But one of the since we're talking about it, we already know about it now. But hang on, let me see this real quick in the chat. Chris said, I bet costume will look even better when the film comes out. Slave Free, talk shown Cavill's costume looking like haters say cosplay had been. That's what I'm saying. Like, we've seen a lot of costumes before the movie, and they didn't look like how they looked in the movie. So we don't have to really worry about that. I liked how Reeves Superman didn't have the curl of Superman 4. To be honest, Cornsworth's hair like that, in my opinion, helps hide that he's Superman. Yeah, I mean that's what they're saying, and it is a good point. Like it's cool that they're doing a little bit more than just the one curl and the glasses. It's kind of changing his look. In a more drastic way. But one of the characters that I'm, kind of excited about is Metamorpho, and that's because he's played by this dude from this show called Barry. It's just a funny ass dude, and his name is Anthony Kerrigan. He has like no body hair. He has like no eyebrows, no eyelashes, nothing, and just nothing. And it's like perfect because Metamorpho has this like blank white solid face with like no hair at all. So it's just like doesn't even have to wear makeup. But he's definitely one of the most underrated Justice League heroes that in the DCU, and is now like somebody in the chat was saying, I think Critic Chris, that these more unknown characters in this universe, and Metamorpho is definitely one of those. He does have a solo comic series launching this December, because like I said, this December is going to be a great time to be a DC fan. So much stuff happening, so much stuff coming out, but he's got a key role in the Superman movie, and of course, so they're going to build the character up through comics and stuff like that before the movie, so they're already starting to do that. And the real intrigue lies in whether Metamorpho's comic and movie appearances are the same as or connected, or how much they're going to adapt from the comics and how similar he's going to be, right? And the movie Superman, which was called Superman Legacy, is going to introduce all these different characters that a lot of people that aren't comic fans have never seen, right? Mr. Terrific and stuff like that. Obviously people know who Green Lantern and Lex Luthor is, and Lois Lane and Jimmy Olsen, but a lot of people are not going to know Metamorpho and what he's about and what he looks like and all that stuff. James Gunn came out and he was saying that the Superman movie and DC's Metamorpho series are not connected, talking about the Metamorpho comic and the movie are not going to be connected, but not saying that the character is not the same character from the comics. And some people did have that mixed up. So he's just saying that the comic series and the movie are not connected. The comic series that's coming out in December and the character from the DCU movies are not going to be connected. That's all he's saying.
But in one sense, he said he was trying to have the same actors and the same things across the media.
Yes.
So now he's saying that.
No. I'll explain. I know what you're saying, but he's just saying that this one comic series, you know how comics are, bro.
Oh, you're talking about like a one-shot series.
It's this new Metamorpho series that's starting in December, and he's saying that series is not part of his DCU.
Okay, but
so everything that he's not saying that every single thing that DC does is now connected. He's saying the stuff he's doing, his DCU universe, when he does cartoons, video games, movies, and shows in his universe, they're all connected. But he's not saying everything in DC is connected now.
Okay.
Like the Batman, right? We have the Robert Pattinson. That's not connected to James Gunn, right?
Yeah, you're right.
That's all he's saying with that.
Okay, that's cool.
And yeah, I don't mind that at all. Like that don't mean shit to me. So I'm not mad at that. Not at all.
Yeah, and I have a sneaky suspicion, and I hope I'm right or close to being right with it. Like, even though we won't see a lot of screen time, if we see a lot of screen time from the extra heroes, they'll be jumping in and out of different mediums anyway. So like, that's the universe for him. Like, okay, Mr. Terrific, you might find him in a Lantern show. You might find Guy Gardner in a Lantern show or what have you. And then there's another show that he's doing, Creature Commandos and all this stuff. They'll be bouncing in and out like crazy. You're like, oh, snap. That's like a big saga.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. That's the idea. And I think it's cool because we've never had that. Like even the MCU doesn't really have like where every animated thing they do has the real actors voicing the characters, because they don't. Even the What If show doesn't have all the same actors in all the roles at all the time. shit like that. DC won't do that. DCU won't be doing stuff like that. There's no video games linked, stuff like that.
Well, without the actors, but they did have
without the actors, yeah.
Few different links. I mean, but it
links,
was
but not the same actors. That's
not the same actors. Like the only thing that was probably linked with the same actors was probably the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that was on television, and that was Coulson.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and maybe another character.
And What If did have some of the actors doing some of the voices some of the time.
Yeah. You're right. Exactly.
You know, so that happened, but I think it's kind of a good thing that Metamorphose comic is not the same, as the movie, because it kind of allows the creative teams behind each project to fully bring their individual visions into their projects, because the comic would be beholden to whatever James Gunn's movie is going to be doing, and they'd have to stick within that that box, right, those parameters. And so by keeping the two projects distinct, Gunn and Ewing are able to have the creative freedom to tell the best story possible in their movie and in their comics. So it's a good thing overall. And but I still think it's gonna be a dope character.
Yeah, I mean, I just can't wait, man. I my thing is, I'm learning, not even learning, just have to shut off media to a certain point. You know what I'm saying? It's like if I really want to enjoy what's out there, like okay, I hear about a movie that's coming out. Let me just go to the theater this time. Let me just do that instead of wanting everything and immediately, because it spoils everything. Like it spoils it.
Right. No, I feel you. Well, I hope this don't spoil for you, but the Lanterns show, the Green Lantern show Lanterns, that's the one that's based on the HBO True Detective show. Hang on, let me address this real fast. Crazy how Gunn will allow two different versions of Batman to exist, but Superman and Lois had to end because he or whomever didn't want people confused about different versions of Superman. That is I didn't feel that way, but I don't know what to say.
Well, honestly, I think the confusion would be with the Superman would be because remember, Superman, you can play him in different ways, but the basis of Superman is his truth, justice, and American way. Like you can't really go outside of that with Superman. You know what I mean? I mean, unless he becomes a Bizarro or.
So you mean the versions would be too similar? Like,
yeah, it'll be too similar. I could see that but then again, you got a point. One's on television, one is in a movie. Like,
well, no, yeah, but remember that the shows and movies are tightly linked. Yeah, but I think you did hit it on the head with that, because the Batman in James Gunn's version is going to have the blue and gray suit. It's going to be more of a comic booky, more of a campy. He's got Robin with him. Whereas, of course, you'll have the Matt Reeves Batman, which is unmistakably different. So no one's going to get these two Batmans confused at all. And they won't get the universes confused, because very, very different Gothams, very different characters, and shit like that. Iggy, I don't know. Let me see. What did I miss? Where is it? It must have been way up there. I think I did.
Yeah. Oh. Is it before that?
I don't know, bro. Yeah, I'm going way up. I'm sorry about that, Hunter, man. I didn't I seen this one.
We in the mix of the conversation sometimes.
Yeah, bro. Don't take it personal, guys. If I ever do miss a comment, trust me, it's not personal, and I don't see them all. Don't think like, oh, he saw my comment and then he just ignored it. If I ignored it, it's because I didn't see it. Yeah, because I don't always see them. Like I'm over here I'm doing research. I got shit up over here. I got like a bunch of stuff going on here that you guys don't see that I'm constantly doing while we're doing the show. So I don't always see the chat always on it. But that's, you know, Raw Talk. He's definitely more checking out the chat for you guys. But hope Batman will have the iconic blue and gray costume. Yeah. Listen, as far as I know, it will. And I think that's the best. Like, I can't wait. Like, I'm super excited to see a blue and gray in live action. You know, I don't think we've had it since the 60s TV show. Like, so yeah. I fucking can't wait.
He's talking about Checkmate will be introducing Peacemaker too. That'd be dope.
Oh yeah.
I like that. That'd be great. That was a great storyline.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
For a lot of things with Amanda Waller and all of them.
Yeah. Yeah. It you know, one of the best things. Yeah. I think one of the best things about the DCU is that, you know, and that James Gunn is doing is that they're literally like adapting real comic stories. Whereas the MCU, in a single, like, say, and I'll just use this as an example for sake of argument, say in a Thor movie, you'll have stuff from Thor, like 5 different Thor universes in the comics, like the Thor from Ultimate Universe. This is there. The Thor from Golden Age is there. Thor from, you know, this, like all these different things, these different aspects and story beats and stuff like that they pull from like not only different comics, but completely different universes that aren't even the same universe, and they'll put it together in one and call it this, you know, this almost, you know, 616, you know, MCU, you know, universe. And it's just not, a comic fan is gonna just be like, oh, that's a nice Easter egg, oh, I remember that. But DC, it's gonna be like, remember that comic book? Yeah, this is like it live action. Like that's what I'm in. Like that's what I want to see. That's what I think, you know, a comic fan is really gonna appreciate. But we'll see how that goes because it hasn't been done yet. But it's a Guns is a younger man. Right, Superman maybe early in his herohood. The CW Superman is a husband, parent. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, they're totally different in that light. But as far as like, they both look the same. They both have a blue and red suit. They both are, you know, similar enough in age and look. I mean, I don't know. I just think the Batman universe in Matt Reeves' universe and the Batman and James Gunn universe are going to be so drastically different, like that it's way beyond the differences between Superman and Lois. Because you're not wrong. I mean, Superman, Lois, and Guns are very different. They're going to be very different, but visually, at a glance, to an uneducated, non-comic fan, average person, it might not be as cut and dry. I think that's what he's saying. Anyway.
Well, I mean, I agree with what everybody. I think they could keep both Superman. I mean, we did it with Smallville. We did it with the other characters, and you had big Superman movies. I mean, and stuff like that. So I mean, it depends on the budget too. Because remember, there's certain budgets that now DC has to abide by now. So they're probably phasing out a lot of stuff because of budgetary constraints or what have you. So they rather focus on the big budget movies and get that going to keep the money going. You know what I mean?
I haven't heard James Gunn personally say we're ending that show because of this movie. No. Like, I know a lot of people speculate that's the reason. I haven't heard that as an official statement. I could be wrong. Correct me if you've seen that statement. But, you know, so I think maybe it might not be the reason why the show's canceling, but it may seem coincidental. And maybe they're like, hey, this story's kind of. But speaking of the what's it called?
You know, writers burnout.
God damn it.
You know, maybe the story hasn't developed in a cohesive way where they can prolong it like a Smallville or something like that, but people probably not even looking into it anymore. They're not interested. So
right. I mean, it's
look at the Flash, how that extended. It should have been 4 seasons and that was it. It stretched way too much. I mean, even went into other categories. It was just too much. Like season after season, he's fighting another version of himself, in a sense. and it's more grotesque as it goes along. When he fought the Reverse Flash, I thought that was it. That should have been
Right.
it. Then he
Yeah.
comes with these other characters, and it's like everybody's from the Speed Force. Okay, we're done.
Right.
It's over.
It's not special anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not. Everybody's
Yeah.
running fast, doing shit,
Yeah.
and it's Barry in different timelines. Like, come on.
Yeah, and I'm not like current on Superman and Lois. I didn't really get into the show. I don't really watch a lot of network TV. I'll be honest, I don't watch any network TV shows at all. But I know it is a decent show, and it's one of the better ones. But it's still on, right? It's not canceled yet. I mean, I know they're still bumping because they season 4 episode 8 just dropped, where the two sons are getting their powers and shit.
Yeah. I think this is the last season, though.
Okay,
this is the last season.
Well, I mean, yeah, could be, yeah.
But these guys also, you got to think about the contracts. Like everybody, Hollywood is different, man. Like you can stay on the show for a certain amount of time as long as you got the viewers. But once the viewers start going away, then people start looking for other opportunities. So now they commit to other contracts and they can't really do the show anymore, even if they wanted to. It's like, okay, the viewership dropped. We need to move on. Yeah. And that's just business with corporates. That's how they feel. I mean, you can have a great show. You may love it to death.
Yeah.
But if you're the only one technically watching, or people like you, and it's not the millions like it once was, they're going to get this show. They're going to get rid of it. They're going to be like, all right, we're done. Let's move on to the next thing so we can get 1 million plus, 10 million plus views.
Yep.
Yeah. It's sad. It's sad, but it's not like the 80s or the 90s.
No.
Buffy the Vampire.
It's a whole different
shit like that.
Yeah, no, it's a whole different environment now.
Yeah.
But the movie, the Green Lantern show is definitely a show that I'm excited about. I'm like I said, I'm a fan of True Detective on HBO, and this is going to be a sort of Green Lantern True Detective. Apparently, can't wait to see what that means. But this is the cast so far. Kyle Chandler is actually the Hal Jordan Green Lantern guy here. Yeah, that's Hal
Jordan.
Yeah, I'm not mad. Some people, he's too old. I don't think he's too old. I think he's playing an older guy. He's going to be the older mentor, whereas John Stewart is going to be the younger kind of mentee, right? And that's
why I say Men in Black. It's Men in Black, bro. It's Men in Black.
Exactly. I agree. I think it's going to be a lot like Men in Black, and not in a goofy. It's not going to be goofy and silly like Men in Black, but it's that dynamic sort of, in a way. They're like sci-fi guys, space cops, whatever.
Yeah.
But that's John Stewart, and this is who's playing him.
Yo,
obviously.
Wow.
Yeah, I've not seen him in a bunch of shit. I know I've seen him in something, but
his eyes is crazy, bro.
Yeah, yeah, word.
Like,
yeah,
this motherfucker.
His green eyes will definitely be crazy in the green suit.
Yeah.
But and then we've got Kelly McDonald.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm excited because she's good. She's good. Train Spotting, No Country for Old Men, Boardwalk Empire, all classics.
Yeah,
all classics. Straight up. Brave. Yeah, she's Scottish. Yeah, that's awesome. So she's gonna be what? One is Kelly McDonald. She's gonna be what's her name? Who's she gonna be? Carrie. Sheriff Carey. Okay. Yeah, so reported to play the character Sheriff Carey, who is described as a no-nonsense law enforcement officer who has a deep devotion to her family as well as the community from which she hails. Given that Lanterns is about a dark mystery that stems from a murder in the American heartland, Carey will aid John and Stewart in uncovering the town's hidden secrets. Before being cast in the upcoming DC TV show, McDonald aired in a variety of blah, 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 blah. So they're saying that it's going to be about a murder in the American heartland,
Mm-hmm.
Why are two Green Lanterns investigating a murder in rural America, middle America? So that's going to be the whole weird thing, is like, what is this entity or this this force, this dark force? They said that there's going to be attracting two Green Lanterns, right? Essentially two space cops that generally operate in space and on other planets, and or on Earth with attacks from aliens or things from other planets,
Maybe
generally not investigating murders.
murder of an alien that was hiding out in the heartland of America.
Well, I know that they're saying that there's this dark force, is what they've called it in different articles and things like that. This dark force from space that is supposed to be what they're investigating. Now we're hearing it's a murder. So how that sort of links, I don't know. But
maybe they're taking the idea of parallax. Remember from the Green Lantern movie, and trying to make something out of that. Not saying that they're gonna take exactly that from the Green Lantern movie. Maybe the aura of it. Because Parallax was like that. He's evil, and he absorbs.
That's what I was thinking, like that big cloud.
No, I wouldn't go with the cloud thing. I think maybe Parallax possesses beings. You know what I mean? And they're trying to find out who's the murderer, and he jumps from person to person or whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean? Something like that.
Yeah, that's possible too. The True Detective show has always like a dark vibe, like a hint. There's always like a hint at some dark force, right? The sort of the basis of the show is like it's just regular shit happening, regular humans doing regular human stuff, but the air is like that there's something else. Like you feel like they're gonna reveal demons, or Satan is gonna come out of the bushes, or like fucking you think there's gonna be some supernatural aspect that never comes. It never ends up being that. It's always ends up turning out to just be some natural phenomenon that is fully explainable, but it's always the vibe is always that it's gonna be some supernatural crazy thing.
If they do it like the X-Files, I'll be pleasantly pleased.
That would be a cool show too. Yeah. An X-Files Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That would be tough. I would love that.
Yeah.
If they steered it.
X-Files is definitely one of the best shows of all time.
Hell yeah.
Hands down.
That show is just.
Yeah, no question. Saga, epic fucking show. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's my dad's favorite show, like, of all time.
Yeah.
Well, I think Game of Thrones, I think we agree, is the best show. But yeah, it's up there. But before being cast in this show, she no, who do we got? Fuck that. Let me see. Garen Dillahunt. It says, there we go. Deadwood. So this dude here is crazy, bro. He's crazy. Everything he's in, he's always like, crazy, bro. Like just a really weird dude that is always like
unpredictable,
hell of intense and unpredictable as fuck. Yeah. Let me see. Deadline. Garrett Dillahunt also been cast in Lanterns. Dillahunt is the latest actor to be cast in the project as William Macon. So there he is, William Macon. Character described as a self-righteous modern cowboy. Dillahunt's Macon is also said to be a man prone to conspiracies who hides a ruthless ambition behind a charming facade. Well, that's him. There you go. That's who we always play. How Macon fits into Lantern's story remains to be seen, but his conspiracy-based mind will likely help to, or hinder the titular hero's investigation. Yeah. He's always that guy. That's definitely, they cast him just right. And this, again,
screaming, they're among us. They're here already. They're among us. He's going to have a little ham radio and shit talking. There.
Oh, like that kind of guy, a real crazy nut, like a conspiracy nut. Yeah. This guy, remember this? This was The Road, I think.
Yeah.
That was a scary dude, bro. The Road was a scary ass movie to me because that shit hit home. Like I was like, this shit is too real, bro. This is really that shit's really gonna happen in a minute or something. The Road is crazy if you haven't seen it. But yeah, here it says, as evident by Lantern's cast members thus far, the show is shaping up to be incredibly interesting. The cast ensemble has some experience portraying characters in neo-Western projects, right? From Dillahunt to McDonald, playing roles in No Country for Old Men and Pierre's Rebel Ridge, which is dope on Netflix. This will suit the this will suit the writing talents of Chris Mundy, who has worked on Ozark, True Detective, and Criminal Minds, which are all really good.
Yes. Yeah. I'm happy now.
Yes.
I'm happy now. I'm happy for this show now, bro. Because those Criminal Minds alone.
Ozark is crazy. Criminal Minds, True Detective, 3 phenomenal shows, bro. Yes. And Tom King. His writing partner is Tom King, a very prolific DC Comics writer, has done one of the best like Batman runs, like one of the dopest DC writers. And Damon Lindelof, right, from Watchmen, The Leftovers, Lost.
Leftovers was crazy. That was crazy.
Did he work on Game of Thrones?
That was a crazy show, Leftovers, man.
Yeah, Leftovers was wild.
Yeah. I think so. When they say American
He didn't work on Game of Thrones. Okay.
I think they're talking about maybe it takes place in Virginia, Appalachia area, whatever.
I'm thinking more of like Middle America, like the Midwest.
Yeah, well, Appalachia runs up the Midwest,
but Virginia is the East Coast.
Well, I mean, because
I'm thinking like Michigan,
all the way over.
Dakota, North Dakota, Nebraska, Michigan, Dakotas. And that like in the middle America, in the middle of the country.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking. That when they say American heartland, that's what I think. I think Midwest.
Appalachia, man, because that's like you can get lost.
Like, yeah, that's some hillbillies. Yeah, that's like Deliverance.
I mean, you know, you got some small towns there, some rural areas, and creepy shit happens in Appalachia. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, bro. Like them. What's that?
You got Sasquatch running around in there.
Cannibals and shit, bro. Like the goddamn. Yeah. What's that movie? Wrong Turn.
Oh, Wrong Turn. Oh, yeah, man.
Wrong Turn will have you never wanted to go to the mountains, man. Fucking
fuck around, run into the woods. Shine Still distillery.
No. Yeah, no.
Alive after you see that.
Crazy ass inbred mutants and shit.
Hills Have Eyes type of shit.
Word. But yeah. But I don't know. I think the whole DCU so far is looking really, really good. Lanterns, the seemingly apparently that they're saying Lanterns may have sort of like revealed the big bad or the first big bad arc of the recent rumors suggesting are saying like
Michael Jai White.
There's a character named the Center, and so when you know the guy we're just talking about, Garrett Dillahunt, the cowboy dude, the conspiracy theorist. After they cast him in Lanterns, the internet started considering like which hidden evils in the DC universe might tie into his conspiracy theorist paranoia. And one popular idea was that his character would end up being connected to the Center, which is a popular villain from DC's The New Frontier comic line. And there's not a lot of stock you can put into this rumor at first, but seeing an endorsement from one of these reliable insiders, Daniel RPK, has a lot of fans like wondering if they had already discovered the reboot's first big bad. And as far as like the Center, who that is in the DC universe, is he's best known. So the Center, if you know, so think of like Krakoa, right? In Marvel, where it's like this living mutant island entity, and the center is like a dinosaur island. It's a refuge for like prehistoric life, almost like the Savage Land on Earth. Following the mass extinction event that killed the dinosaurs, like a big comet or something, a big meteor, and the island is sentient, right? It's like a living being that's sentient, and was born in the core of primordial Earth in ancient, in antiquity, right, in prehistoric times. And the being simply remained as an observer and bastion of life for millennia. And that is until the center saw the detonation of the first hydrogen bomb, right? They saw humans for the first time do the atom bomb, and this primordial being decides to wipe humans off the face of the earth and sends a legion of mutated dinosaurs across the earth to scavenge all the resources and face off against the Justice League and basically kill everybody. And so the story of the center lines up with a lot of the details that fans know about James Gunn and the DC Universe reboot. One of the early rumors suggested that the Superman reboot would be based off Superman 4 Quest for Peace that we were talking about earlier. And while that doesn't line up with what fans know about the film now, the focus on nuclear armaments and what's the nuclear guy and all that, and the center's story in the New Frontier comic, all are lining up. And so potentially meaning that the rumor could have been referring to a future Justice League film based on the New Frontier. The Green Lantern series, Lanterns, is for HBO and stuff like that, but that's not a movie. They're talking about like a movie being based on the New Frontier, which would be crazy. New Frontier is a dope Justice League, vert thing. So that would be dope. But as far as like we were talking about earlier, origin stories and stuff, a lot of people thinking that, James Gunn is just not ever doing any origin story or something like that. Apparently he was asked about like the origin of Wonder Woman and stuff like that, and they asked him if he believed that the general audience knows Wonder Woman's origin, and Gunn says not as many people do, also because she's had various different origin stories. And one of the projects that was announced to be part of this DCU first chapter, and called Gods and Monsters, is Paradise Lost, which is going to be political drama set in Themyscira before the birth of Wonder Woman. So like a prequel origin. And while there hasn't been a lot of news about Paradise Lost since its initial announcement, Gunn confirmed that the series is in very active development. No casting information yet or anything like that, but is definitely going down. And a number of the DC projects in various stages of development right now. We have Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, currently has a June 26, 2026 release date. Gunn also recently said that Lanterns is going to premiere around the same time as the Supergirl movie releases in theaters. So again, summerish 2026. So it's a ways away, but other forthcoming DCU television series, we have Waller, Booster Gold, and Blue Beetle show. So they've actually gone the series route with Blue Beetle and stuff, but then they're doing a film about the Authority.
Yeah.
Right, which is a cool ass team of anti-heroes. A lot of anti-hero teams, right, with Gunn. But I'm not mad at it because they're always entertaining. And then Brave and the Bold, right, which is going to be Gunn's Batman, which is going to be about Batman and his new son Damian Wayne. That's the whole thing, based on the Batman and Son comic. And then Swamp Thing, which I'm so excited about because I love Swamp Thing. And the last Swamp Thing show we got was cut off way too soon. We got like one season and it was just glorious, man. The Swamp Thing show was so good. Really, really good. And they just canceled it for no reason. Teen Titans. So hopefully we'll get like a really cool Teen Titans that feels more like the original Teen Titans cartoon than any shows we've had recently, that would be great. That's all in the works.
Well, I mean, the Titans. I mean, that show. I don't know if you watched it. It was decent for what it was. It was more of
I don't watch the network shows. I wouldn't have seen it.
It was
but
it was an HBO. It was an actual HBO show.
What are we talking about?
HBO Max carried them.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the show. I'm talking about the first cartoon.
Oh, I'm not talking about the cartoon. I'm
anime,
talking about
like one. Yeah.
the live action.
Oh, right. The recent one.
Yeah, on HBO Max. It was decent. It was very decent. You know. I thought they could have went longer if they had wrote in some more powerful villains. But for the most part, it was decent.
Yeah.
I mean, you know. But I think the characters could have been younger because a lot of the characters was in their 20s, later 20s and stuff like that, 30s.
Right. That's what I mean. Like the cartoon, the original cartoon, they were young kids, like they were teens, right? That was the whole thing.
Yeah. So I think if they had that feel that they had, but it was more of a teen. The only real teen they had there was the Red Hood. You know, the Red Hood and maybe Beast Boy and what you call it. And I think they were the real teens. Everybody else was older. You know what I mean? So it's just like, you know.
Man,
but if they get the right teenagers to play it, I think it'll be dope.
Yeah. That's what I mean. I think that would be cool. Like, and I don't think it'll be, you know, for little kids or none of that, bro. I think it'll be dope, and I'm down. But I think, man, people are gonna really see that this is like, just because the MCU was the shit, don't mean it just is still the shit just because it's called the MCU, right? Like, things can fucking go, you know, downhill. And in my opinion, since Endgame, it has done just that. And I think the DCU that's just my opinion. I know everyone doesn't feel that way, but this is my opinion. And I think that the DCU is gonna like really outdo the MCU as of late, man. And momentum has slowly been building for well over a year now for this universe, man. And the multimedia, the DC Comics inspired franchise hasn't officially begun, but like this you know, it'll start here in December, man. So like, I'm excited. It's coming up. It's not far away. So it's gonna be a good time, man. But
you remember when it was always Marvel had the best comics, but DC had the best movies and shows.
Yeah, right.
That was always the case because Marvel always lacked in their live shows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Except for save for the Hulk and maybe the 69 or the 60s, 70s Spider-Man was decent. But for the most part, DC was always ahead of the game on the movies. I mean, once the 89 Batman, that was it. That set them up. I mean, of course, we had Superman, the Christopher Reeves, which is, you know, the standard of Superman, in my opinion. But yeah, they always put a lot into their movies. I could say that about DC. They really they go all out for their movies. It's just now in this present time, you know, you have to match that chemistry they had back when they made Superman in what was it, 79, 70, 79, 79. Yeah. You know, they need to get back to that, bringing the people in. And I think Gunn is going to do that. He's going to bring you into that world and make you feel good in that world, make you care for those characters, not just seeing them as just characters, seeing them as, yo, this is really, you know what I mean? Really cool. 'Cause remember Superman, when Lois died, you was like, what? And my man wigged out in reverse time.
Word.
Yo, I was like,
planet backwards and shit.
Yeah. I'm like, Superman can go back in time? I didn't know this. Oh, what?
He could turn the whole planet backwards and shit.
And that's what he did. It was just like, really?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's showing the passion that he had for this woman, and he would do anything. That lets you know that was Lois is Superman's kryptonite in a sense.
Yeah.
It's real.
Yeah.
Kryptonite ain't got shit on
weakness for sure. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
the real weakness is Lois, period. So they do that in this.
Peak.
Yeah.
Yo, my bad, Spade. That's my man Spade right here. This whole time Spade been here talking. I didn't really catch your name, bro. I got it mixed up with man Critic Chris. But man, what's up, Spade, man? Shout out to my homie.
Yeah.
Titans was what it needed to be. Only Starfire, Nightwing, Donna Troy, and Hawk and Dove were the non-teens. Everyone else was. I know Raven was younger too. She was definitely younger. I think DC ruled in animation while Marvel rules in live action films. That's how it always was since the MCU started, for sure. DC
with the MCU,
DC movies and shit were not it, but definitely the animated and Marvel animation was always garbage. So this is definitely was true. But I think things are gonna be changing. Still think Superman will flop. Hope it doesn't, but I don't have any confidence in the movie. Shade, man, I'm telling you, bro.
Man, don't say that.
It's not gonna happen, B. It's not gonna flop. It's not gonna flop. It really.
Remember,
isn't.
Superman is such a marquee,
historical. Even if it's not great, it's not gonna flop. It's Superman.
That's Superman.
It's still Superman. Yeah, it's still.
I mean,
you should know that, Spade. You know Superman is too big of a character. That movie can't flop. He would have to come out and just like fart on camera and walk off. What could he do to make a Superman movie flop? That would be. I mean, I can't think of, like, it would just have to be intentionally bad for that to happen. Like, don't worry, it's not gonna flop. You might not like it. I'm not saying you're gonna love it, but I don't think it's gonna flop.
Yeah,
I don't think it's gonna do bad in sales. Whether every Superman fan is gonna love it or not, I don't know.
I'm gonna see that in the theater for the full effect.
And I keep saying, me and Spade always have this conversation. You know, he's a real Superman fan, and like I feel like this is the movie for Superman fans. Like it's wild to me to hear him, like, because Spade really is mad about Henry Cavill not being Superman anymore, and a lot of Superman fans don't like the Henry Cavill version because he's too dark and it was too gritty, and they want a more bright and uplifting and more, traditional Superman. And that's what this movie's going to be. That's what Gunn is promising. That's what Corn Sweat's playing. So I think fans like Spade are going to love it. But
it's going to be a balance, man. I mean, he's taking the two extremes and bringing you that balance. I think that's what he's there doing.
Right.
He's seen the pitfalls of doing it too dark and then doing it too light. He's going to give you that balance, Even though, for me, the definitive Superman will always be Christopher Reeve. That's my guy to the end. Rest in peace to him. That's Superman to me. Period. Whatever somebody say Superman, I'm thinking in my head. It closes off like that, literally. And it's like if he captures that Superman innocence of that first Superman movie with Christopher Reeves and give us Henry Cavill's rough and rugged and tumble when he's fighting and dealing with stuff,
right?
He's gonna be all right, man. Superman is gonna be all right, man. The Superman shit.
Death Knell for the character, movie wise. Yeah, Superman is one of those IPs, man. It's one of those characters that it's every 20 years you can guarantee have a Superman blockbuster.
Yeah.
It's just it's one of those characters that'll never die. It's always gonna be. It's the most iconic. It's the original superhero. I mean, it takes a lot to kill it.
I would say the only weak Superman was probably Brandon Routh, and that's not to his fault. That's not his fault. It was just the writers was trying to pick up where Superman. I think it was Superman 2 left off. They were trying to pick that up and then say, "Oh, he has a son," and they were doing too much with that.
Oh, wow!
Because he went off into Krypton to try to find remnants and stuff like that, or what have you, and then he comes back all of a sudden.
Right?
Superman, his personality wouldn't be that way. His personality is, look, I am bound and I have a duty to protect the people of planet Earth. That's Superman. He wouldn't go off to find remnants of his people in Krypton and come back years later and find out he has a son. That don't go well. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think that was the weakest story plot of that Brandon Routh Superman. I think.
Yeah.
That's probably the weakest one to me.
Is that Returns?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
That was the weakest one, to me. I
Definitely.
It didn't play well to me. I was like, it was nice seeing the Superman suit, but it's just like, oh, come on. Well, you can write better stories, with Superman, but I understand they was trying to fill a void. They're trying to keep things going, but wrong story. Yeah.
I agree. Well, next Wednesday, guys, we're going to be talking a little bit about I wanted to touch on Andor, the Star Wars series, but we kind of just went over on DC stuff, but we'll definitely pick that up on Wednesday because a lot to talk about with Andor season 2. A lot to talk about. Really cool stuff. We got some scrap plans we're going to talk about. All kinds of cool stuff. Endings that maybe alternate endings and all kinds of cool shit. As far as that goes, but G.I. Joe, we're gonna definitely talk about that comic, man, because cool stuff happening there. Idris Elba set for a Masters of the Universe, to be in Masters of the Universe. What? Talking about Duncan Man at Arms.
Yo, my brother showed me that today.
What?
I'm like, yo, why do they cast Idris in the parts where is really a solid character for a white guy or Caucasian guy, right?
It's always Idris for that role, right? Yeah.
Idris, like, yo, he was
because he's British.
Thor. He was I forgot his name in Thor.
Heimdall. He was Heimdall.
Heimdall.
Yeah.
Like, really? Heimdall? Okay. And
the North God? Yeah.
It's like, oh, man, now Man in Arms.
Yeah, now Man in Arms. Well, yeah, we got Brie Larson. Oh no, sorry, Allison Brie as Evil Lynn. Not Brie Larson, thank God. Allison Brie as Evil Lynn. Nicholas Galzantine as He-Man, and Camila Mendes as Tila. Let me. Cause some of these names are familiar, but I don't like. I can't picture them real quick. Let me picture them real quick, and let me show y'all who they are. What?
As fucking
He-Man? So I'm
still bugging off the Man at Arms, bro.
Oh, Idris? Oh, yeah. It's. I mean, here we go. This is our He-Man. What is he in? He's just in something. Is this the kid from Yellowstone? Is this the young kid, the boy, the little boy in Yellowstone?
Oh man,
who is he?
They're probably going off the Masters of the Universe 2000 to 2000X because
man, I hope not.
Yo, come on, man.
I hope not.
You could at least if you really want to get busy with He-Man. The same guy I think should be Captain America as He-Man. The one who plays on what you call it on Amazon Prime. He plays what's his name? Reacher, Jack Reacher. I forget the actor's name.
Oh yeah, Reacher, yeah. He would be a dope He-Man. I don't know.
He's a dope He-Man and a Captain America.
He would be a dope cat. I don't know his eyes are a little too squinty for He-Man.
Nah.
That's crazy. I'm telling you, he looks a little too squinty. He-Man has a more of a I don't know, just a more of a boyish look. This guy kind of does fit him. I'm not going
around the eyes like you're saying, yeah.
Yeah.
But is that bulkiness? I mean, he may be CGI'd and
yeah, I don't know how big. Right, he might have buffed up since this photo. Who knows? He might be huge right now. We don't know how big he looks right now. Because I don't know.
Barbarian at any rate, like you're supposed to be on some Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, that's what I feel. Because like Barbarians and Arnold Schwarzenegger, that's how you're supposed to be. Yeah. A Barbarian is Conan.
Yeah,
Allison Brie. Remember the Barbarian Brothers? What was that movie called? I think it was called
Barbarian Brothers, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it was
Yeah.
called, the Barbarians.
Yeah, Barbarians. It was. Yeah. That was fucking a classic.
Yeah.
So this is what's her name? Allison Brie, and she's gonna be Evil Lynn. So that's not a very intimidating Evil Lynn, in my opinion. Too young.
I don't know when they do the makeup if she can be a bitch because that's what
Too young. I know, but I feel like Evil Lynn should be a little older. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I always think of her more as like
younger version, bro.
Yeah, well, Idris Elba.
Yeah, she got some. You know what I'm saying? She's looking. She got the body.
Yeah, she's yeah. I mean, well, here this is a little Evil Lynn, maybe.
Yeah, she in there. She in there. She can do it. Yeah. Right there in the black, right there.
That one,
Bomb. Right there. Yep.
Wait, go back.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. She can do it. I got confidence in her.
That's a good Evil Lynn right there, for sure. We got Camila Mendes as Teela.
Yeah, Jason Momoa played Conan, but that's all he could have played. Conan. And I ain't like that Conan movie because that Conan movie was just like they should have just given us Conan the King and shut
yeah, dog. That Conan movie, I wanted to love it so much, guys, but if you really watched it, it has no substance. I don't know. I just got nothing from it. Like, when I watch the Arnold Conan movies, like them shits are deep to me. I don't know if it's the score or just the way that they're written. I don't know. They're just deep. Maybe it's
for that time, bro.
Now she fits more of Evil Lynn to me, but here we go. She's supposed to be Teela. I would have switched those castings. I would switch that casting exactly. But wow. Yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would pick her as Evil Lynn.
Yeah.
More darker.
You see her put her hair up and shit. Yeah. Hell yeah.
And then the other chick made a better Teela.
Yeah.
My opinion. So I don't know.
They might have to fire the fucking you call the agency they use. Casting.
Or maybe whoever wrote that article got it mixed up. Who knows? Maybe this is Teela.
True.
Like that's Teela and that's Evil Lynn, if you ask
me. Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Like, come on, right. Like, come on, that's Teela.
But it depends on how they do the makeup and how they do the costuming as well. You could transform anybody to be anything, though.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. But if I asked you which one of these is Teela and which one is Evil Lynn, what would you say?
Yeah, definitely her.
You know? Yeah.
Because the arches in her eyebrows, you know, the nose, the slimmer nose in the other girl.
Mm-hmm. And the more
nose, the cheekbones. Yeah, she looks like an Evil Lynn.
Yeah. More. Yeah. What else? Who else we got?
Ash.
Scripted by Chris. But what did you say?
I said they got some titties.
Word.
And Sean Connery voice. Yeah, have some titties.
Titties. Duncan is a good guy. What are we doing? So yeah, that's it. But I think I've been waiting. I really want them to do a good Master. We need a good Master Universe movie, and I'm not hella confident by this cast that this is the Master Universe movie that I've been looking for. But as long as it takes place in Eternia and not like LA, then I'm happy. Because that shit we got in the 80s, even as a little kid, I knew it was bullshit. I was like, why are they in a regular city? This ain't.
You know why? Because they took that one piece of information and decided to go crazy with it. That Prince Adam's mom she was an astronaut that crash landed in Eternia, and that they used that. Once they used that and expounded on it, like, all right, we can film here and make it without breaking the budget or whatever. Because in real theory, back in the day, it would be harder because remember they were doing location spots and they didn't have the CGI or the sound stages that they do now, lights and sound stages that they can do big things. they would have went way over budget trying to do a real He-Man movie like a Lord of the Rings, so to speak.
Yeah.
Back then in the 80s, you know what I'm saying? They would have there would have been a mass firing. I mean, there probably was anyway, but it would have been really dramatic.
Yeah.
Spent over $1 billion on a He-Man movie that didn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a lot of hopefully we don't get another flop. But yeah, like I said, man, we'll definitely recap. We'll chop this all up on Wednesday, guys. Man, we had a dope show, but that was our joint. We do this every Wednesday, every Saturday, guys, at around 7 p.m. So hit that like button, you know what I'm saying, subscribe, all that good stuff. And shout out to the people that just came for the first time tonight. We appreciate you.
Chat, everybody in the chat that came through word.
Absolutely.
Yeah, great topics. People was on it in the chat, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just, sometimes when we pay more attention to the chat, we get off topic and vice versa, or the chat runs its own topic.
You know what I mean? That's what I love to see, though. I love to see it.
Yeah, it's still dope. Everybody putting it. Yeah, and Dolph Lundgren, yes. To me, he's He-Man.
All right, y'all. We'll see you guys Wednesday. Peace.